And because this light radiance has already come in, as we were saying the sacred and holy names of the Divine Trinity, as we were saying the sacred and holy names for peace upon this earth and indeed beyond the earth, that the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten, the children of light upon the earth who listen to the soul pulse that has made them always cognizant that there is so much more than what they have perceived in the limitation of 5 senses of the biology. And it is that part of themselves now that is highly activated. And you will feel movement in the crown chakra area, a sensation along the scalp, indeed down through the hair. For there is indeed, beloveds, no dead part of any living creation. There is always activity. There is always life, as dormant as it may seem. And so this activation, as you can see, as a spiraling light coming from the ascended realms of light, coming from the great paradise worlds, from the worlds of Shambhala, coming from the highest of the heavens, coming in through a portal that has opened up, spiraling, these light codes coming from the upper worlds into each and every one in this divine collection of hearts and minds together. Not only in the physical connected, but beyond the physical, in the myriads of the most radiant ones that come to join us now easily and with grace in this time of light. And so we breathe each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath, knowing that the very rarefied energetics in each breath brings us into a holy sacred alignment with the higher light, the higher vision, the higher wisdom, coming from the higher parts of ourselves now. And so we simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. The consciousness of the physical, mental, and emotional body comes into a holy alignment with the higher frequencies that pour in now from the sacred worlds of balance and perfect peace. Infusing us now, moving into the Antakarana, the very tube of light that connects us to the magnificence of light in this universe and beyond. And there's a great gathering of the children of light upon many, many levels, dimensions, and realities coming into this great convergence. It is indeed a celebration of the light. It is a celebration of the divine spark that is held into the hearts and the minds of the great Adam Kadmon, the divine human. It is a great celebration indeed for the creation of the species of the Adam Kadmon. It is for the creations of Adam. And as we begin to integrate and hold this sacred energy, the great genesis of the original thought becomes profound and present. And there is indeed the foundation of a new Genesis, a regenesis taking place as the hearts and minds of the children of light, and especially those that come from the earth, from Terra, from Gaia, the karmic connection integrated in that relationship and that divine communion. And beloveds, we say to you that communion is anchored in unconditional love. As you hear these words, know that you play an integral part and have for many lifetimes. And it is in this lifetime, beloveds, we say to you a great culmination of dedication and focus comes into a great crescendo in this time. That there has in fact been the shifting of timelines to bring in the Christed timeline, the divine sacred Maitreya. They're coming into a timeline and the cycles of time that can bring forth a regenesis that comes into the form of the illumined divine human upon the earth. For there is great humanity throughout the universe, in many worlds. But it is the divine human upon the earth, the sacred Gaia, the sacred Terra, that all eyes and attention gaze upon. For she holds a great quantum. As how she goes, beloved, so too is the entanglement and the rippling effect of that upon so many other celestial bodies and creations. And so, yes, the sacred earth, the great Gaia, the blessed Terra, holds the key to many other creations. And that is why you see, sense, and know so much activity, so much interest moves in and around this sacred planet that holds the library of diversity that cannot be found in other sequences of time continuum. And so we say to you, beloveds, there is a great history and a great unlocking to be done, not only affecting the sacred earth, but for many other celestial creations. And it is indeed the children of the earth who have come because of their capacity to love, for their bravery, for their strength. For so many hold the Gibor, the strength of God. For indeed, it does take strength, beloveds. It does take courage, and it does take that unfathomable, unconditional love to be upon the earth and to be upon its great awakening. First, beloveds, the awakening of yourselves. For you have come into a world of great illusion, of great delusion, and have risked the loss of your cosmic memory into the depths of Gaia. And indeed, we say to you, beloveds, there are those that have come and indeed have gotten lost. But there is the continual family of light of great souls who choose to come and lift the frequency of the sacred Gaia, to lift the frequency of all life. And as such, in raising that frequency, in the lifting up impacts beyond what you can comprehend. But indeed, we tell you, it impacts indeed the creation of new worlds and how those new worlds will come to be. And for those souls that incarnate into those worlds, what world they will find themselves in. And so the rippling effect throughout the cosmos on many different layers all come and focus upon the sacred earth and the children of light upon the earth for their devotion, for their willingness to walk the path and do the work, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, until victory. And we say to you, beloveds, although you can perceive the world as being dark and challenged, we assure you that much progress has been made. Indeed, the evolution of the planet has moved forward in positive ways that are not yet recognized. But we say to you that the children of light upon the earth has opened the way, the portals and the gateways for a higher integration and communion, the higher worlds and that of the fallen. That there is that life stream, that one thing that tethers and holds the light no matter what. And it has always been, beloveds, those that have the capacity for unconditional love and the love of higher service, for their love of God, for their love of the divine, that they, because of this love, choose to move into dynamics, experiences, and situations that are indeed challenging. But with that, beloveds, is also the great admiration, victory, and ascension dynamics. The very ones that the great masters that have walked upon the earth and have ascended have showed the way for others. And we say that you are in the awakening process and have been from your birth for this lifetime to bring forward in a profound and mighty way a quantum leap. For indeed, it is all frequencies that make this quantum leap, including the very dense, the very material, and lower frequency vibration. It is indeed Herculean. It is indeed magnificently powerful to be able to do this. And we say to you, beloveds, in your own precious and most valued way, you contribute to this. There is the raising of the frequency, indeed, of the biology. There is the raising of the frequency, indeed, of the emotional bodies. And there is indeed the raising of the frequencies of the mental bodies upon the earth. Indeed, it is through these portals of life that higher inspiration moves humanity forward. It is in the higher frequency of the emotions that can bring in once again the higher love that is on compassion, with deep compassion, that holds that higher frequency of love that moves beyond the challenges of distraction, misinterpretation, misuse, and being able to keep the emotional body into a higher frequency to sustain unconditional love, the heart of compassion. And indeed, beloveds, into the biologies, now more than ever, the opportunity to heal and to transcend the rules of a physical world, for you no longer vibrate, encapsulate within that, but move beyond the gravitational pull of the earth itself, and move beyond that to reach the higher celestial codes of light, moving through the Christ Maitreya grids, removing obstacles and blockages, clearing the way for the divine sacred communion of heaven and earth. Your role is instrumental, for it is the frequency that is needed to bring in the resonance field of the Christ light into the sacred earth. And into the sacred earth, again, it is the divine interconnections, the entanglement that reaches into the furthest of the cosmic waters of ever creating. And so, beloveds, unknown to you is the impact you have. But now the focus is on your continued spiritual journey, your continued impact upon the earth and all of her life. And so we say to you, we come together as the expanded family of light, ever present, ever integrated, always with you, beloveds. And to strengthen this bond and tie, it is important for the consciousness to become aware, to hold the frequency of the unity grid of the entire family of light through all dimensions, through all realms, through all expressions of the divine. And even upon the elements and the kingdoms of nature, you become more aware of your interconnectedness with that and that with you. Again, bringing in those parts of yourself that have been dormant for so long as you pursue, as you move beyond, as you commit the soul pulse that draws you forward. And you will come to find, beloveds, continually a great activation taking place within you. For you have come into a resonant field of unconditional love that is more sustained within you than ever. To move beyond the illusion and the delusion, to move beyond that pull of the earth, and to be free into the wider, higher vision of the ascended earth, indeed the golden age before it manifests for many others. You live your fifth dimensional life and all of the abilities available to you, even as you walk a physical world. We say to you, beloveds, in this week of great light, in this time of great change, but also of great opportunity, that you have within you to transcend any challenge or issue, that humanity can and will create the timeline of great and wonderful things to come. And even as our focus now moves towards that, because we become aware that yes, there are those forces, the service to self, that want things to change and to continue to be in charge. But already we know, beloveds, we no longer focus on that. For the time has come for the great quantum leap, and we are clearly and fully in the energetic of that. And that is what we feed. That is what we promote. That is what we integrate. It is the great ascension energy. And as we hold unconditional love, as we open up the higher parts of ourselves, even as we walk this earth, we contribute in such profound ways that even as the challenges may perceive to be challenges of the world will become less and less, smaller and smaller, and therefore bring forth the ascension in a more harmonious way. So we say to you, children of light upon the earth, the children who have not forgotten their cosmic origins, as they bring back their cosmic awareness, their cosmic memory, as those parts of themselves become ignited because of their love for the divine, of their willingness to move forward in the face of perceived challenges, as they become stronger, more aware, more aligned, more profound, they impact and ripple throughout the cosmos. We empower you, beloveds, for we know who you are and what you're capable of. And we ask you to embrace this part of yourself that indeed is unstoppable, that can move mountains and create new vistas, new opportunities, and the creation of the Christed timeline for everyone. So we say, beloveds, to move on in your commitment of your love of the divine, your commitment from eons and eons and eons ago that said, I will come, I will help the earth, I will help all of her life, because it is the request of the divine, and I love the divine above all things, for I am one with the divine, and I will always keep this memory, no matter how much I go into the world of Maya and forgetfulness. I will always hold this part of myself to remember, remember, remember. And indeed, beloveds, we tell you, it is the journey of remembering your power, your magnificence, your commitment, and your love for the divine. So we say to you, beloveds, as we come together as the family of light, that we create indeed this singularity that is multidimensional, that you now draw in the fifth dimensional and for some sixth dimensional energetics in the triggering of your own power abilities. That the divine sacred human, the Adam Kadmon, comes into the fullness of your field. That you move forward with courage and knowing the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, is always with you. That indeed you are victorious already. And only you can do what it is that you do in making this contribution and this love for the sacred earth and all of her life. And so now, beloveds, in this time of great light, let us come together with a higher heart of compassion that shows us a great brilliance of white and gold light, tinged with the pink ray, unconditional love. And see this triad of color emerging from your higher heart, that all parts of yourself now come into this ray of hope and vision and ascension. combined with the family of light on all dimensions and all realms, creating this trinity of the white golden light and the ray, the pink ray of unconditional love. And we see this now powerful, and we now place the sacred earth in the core of our hearts, combining this great light. And this great light, in this combination of this love by all those that hold it in their heart, is beyond comprehension in its brilliance and its beauty. And we hold this for the sacred earth, knowing that the sacred earth, as she ascends, as she holds into the higher cosmic frequency of the Christ material light, she too extends that into the entanglement of all that is connected with her, moving through many dimensions, realms, through the past, the present, and the future. And we hold this sacred frequency now as we breathe into it, as we create this singularity of unconditional love and the brilliance of the upper worlds of Shambhala, the upper worlds of the paradise worlds, the Azuluth worlds. With each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath, we hold this divine energetic together, moving out through the earth, beyond the earth, moving it indeed into the solar logi of Helios Vesta, moving it out to all the great suns around the great galactic mother, moving it out to the sun behind the sun, and the sun behind the sun, behind the sun. Hold your positions. As you become the sacred vehicle, as you become the sacred vehicle for this great light to move in, through, and around you, for this divine sacred frequency to heal the earth, to balance the earth for all of her life, and to move into the great entanglement of the past, the present, and the future. May we continue to serve as vehicles of light as we continue the work with the family of light. Let us make note how grateful and humbled we are to be part of this as we hold the frequency, as it is still very strong. So we will simply breathe and be for a few moments. Let us see in our spiritual eye the great rising of our dearly loving planet that is bathed in the white golden light and tinged with the pink ray of unconditional love. Let us see in our spiritual eye now the great rising of our beloved planet, moving in higher frequency, indeed moving into the fifth dimensional frequency of the largest cosmos. Let us hold this frequency even as we hold it for ourselves. We take note now of the frequency field we are in, embraced by the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, integrating that connection with the intention of holding it, even as we come back, and making a note to remember this before we go to sleep. So we take it with us as we travel the inner worlds, bringing forth again the continuation of this frequency of service. And now the thought of the return comes. We feel again the energy and frequency. We make note of that. We recognize that. Remembering to bring it forth before we go to sleep, for its continuation into the multiple worlds of which we are a part. And now we prepare ourselves to be back slowly but surely. We begin to draw in our electromagnetic field as the great radiant ones draw in theirs. And we will prepare ourselves to be back, awake and alert on the count of 3. And we will be very grounded. 1, 2, take a deep breath in. And 3, we are back. We are awake, alert, and we are very grounded.